Alright, so welcome to XJ update number 2. For those of you who are new, this is my 1999 Jeep Cherokee Classic. I bought this almost 2 months ago. It's been on the road for a month, and I put a little over 1,000 miles on it now. So I just wanted to give some small updates and my thoughts over the last 1,000 miles. I know I've been flooding you guys with Jeep content, I apologize, but there's just not much to do with the Accord. Once it crosses 125,000 miles, I'll make an update on that. It'll be 4 years, the 25th of this month, so it'll be a good time to clean it up and put it on video. So up front, you can see that I added the front license plate holder. It was kind of a pain in the ass to put in, not gonna lie. I found it at the junkyard and it had normal screws in it, but obviously they looked original, and so they were all rusted out, pretty stripped, because they were a pain in the ass to take out of the one at the junkyard. And so when I ordered the proper screw kit from Crown Automotive, picked it up at Advanced, and it came with these anti-tampering screws, which I can understand. But at least make them easy to put in. These, were advertised as easy to put in. You can use a flathead and, it just goes right in. I tried every single size flathead I could find. I have quite a few just laying around. And nothing would fit. So after a lot of swearing and probably about a half an hour trying to get just 2 screws into the bumper, I was able to finally get that in there. I think up next, maybe chrome headlight doors. I am intrigued to see what you guys think. Should I stick with the all chrome look? It was a factory option on the limited models. Or, should I get the matching forest green grille? Let me know what you guys think, but I think I am leaning towards the chrome, just to stand out a little bit. You don't see too many limited models, and I don't want to make this look like a limited. Because I am trying to stay as true as I can to what it is, but, it's not a bad thing to be, just a tad different. Another thing later on down the line, I may get a different set of wheels. I do like these wheels, but obviously they need to be refinished. They are original, and so they're all salt corroded, and the clear coat's practically gone. Other options I'm thinking about is another 15-inch wheel. It was an option on the 99 limited models. They're called the Snowflake wheels, and they have like a bunch of all little different spokes in them. Same wheel you'd find on a ZJ Grand Cherokee. Just on the XJs, they didn't have like the gold finish. They also made 16s for this, the 2001 model year. On the limited and the classics was an option to get 16s. So we may go that route as well, but these tires have plenty of tread, so that's not going to be too soon. Coming out back, I tried my best to fix the P in the Jeep. Still not perfect, but it lines up a little bit better than it did. You can see I added that 4-liter badge, found that at the junkyard. That is off an 01. It's not 99 spec. The 00 and the 01 got that badge. But it's $50 on eBay for a vinyl replica of the proper 4.0L. And I'm not paying $50 for a badge, so. And you can see that the coating that was on the muffler tip burned off. I don't know why they did that in the first place, but whatever. And then, yes, I do have a strap or something of some sort that rotted out. So that's fun, but it's fine for now. It's a Jeep, it's fine. Definitely rear leafs are probably next. You can see that it has a slight tilt to it, and they make a bunch of noise. It needs a U-joint, at least one up front as well. But overall, it's coming together okay, I think, for for what it is. You can see not a lot has changed inside. Still the same old agate cloth interior. There was a limited at the junkyard, and I was very tempted to take the limited interior and put it in this, but I decided leather in a Jeep is just not what I want. And plus, they weren't in that great a shape either. It's just because the limiteds are so rare. It crossed my mind, but decided against it. It did have 4 door panels as well. I still might do limited door panels, only because I did grab the center stack piece, as you can see, just to kind of break up the sea of gray in here. And so with limited door panels, it would match. It has a small strip of wood that goes along the side here. And then it also has pockets in the doors, which no other XJ, at least on the 97 Plus, came with. On the 87 to 96 models, certain trims had the pockets in the doors. So that would be cool to have too, because it's not that I have a lot of stuff, but there's really nowhere to put anything in this. You know, like I mentioned, this body style came out in 1987 and they never really changed it. So, back seat still holding up just fine. A little bit of junk back there. I think rear tint is in order too, at least back here, but I might as well just do the whole car, except the windshield. I don't fuck with the windshield. You can see that's definitely out of place, but I did pick up this JBL Flip 5 Bluetooth speaker just to hold out until I get the speakers fixed. As I mentioned, it's the wiring behind this boot. There's a couple torn wires there, so that's the problem. I'm pretty sure it's the same reason all the windows work, but only from the master switch. Those switches and then the ones on the back don't work. But the power locks do. Most of the time, if it's so weird, because if one wire fails, then a lot of them end up failing, and you slowly start to lose features as you go. But whatever. Still thankful to have power locks, even though the remote entry doesn't work. But that's because I don't have a headliner. And oddly enough, the thingamajig keyless entry is programmed into this light that sits here, as I learned. But we'll go ahead and start it up. The ignition, I think the ignition switch is still bad. Or maybe it's the column, because it doesn't turn easily. But it's not as clunky as it was. And because it used to stop here, it would never turn back. Now it will actually turn back. You can see, the power comes on. So, I don't know, we'll see. So the Borla exhaust has quieted down a tad bit, but it still sounds good. You can see 177,125 miles. I bought this at 176,009, so a tad over 1,000 miles. Four-speed automatic, still holding up well. I actually I managed to change the transmission fluid on my own, which was actually pretty simple. If I shut this off, because it makes a lot of noise. But the transmission drain bolt is literally right here. As you can see, maybe, yeah, right there. So not very hard to get to at all. And I guess I'll show you guys under the hood real quick. Oh, you know what? Before I do that, I forgot while I was out back. I actually got tailgate struts for it. I put put these in over the weekend, and so I actually have a properly functioning tailgate now, if only this would stay up, although honestly I think I broke this. Back when I tried to, with the old tailgate, I tried to fix this latch because it didn't work on the old tailgate about 2 years ago when I first had this, and I don't know, I think I probably broke this, but whatever. It's 90s Chrysler plastic. It's wasn't really meant to withstand time. Although I will say, as far as Chrysler plastic goes, it's really not that bad. You can tell that this is obviously cheap plastic. It's a Jeep, but a lot of these crack and shit. Mine hasn't cracked. I do have a small hairline crack on this A-pillar passenger A-pillar cover. But otherwise, that's about it. And then I'll show you guys up under the hood for the heck of it. But really not much has changed under there. And up under the hood, 4-liter straight six, not a powerhouse by any means, but very torquey. 190 horsepower, and I think somewhere in the 240 range for torque. Definitely not bad for what it is. If I can manage to prop this hood up. Around. Nice and healthy. Doesn't overheat, and it has good oil pressure. Two things that XJs don't do very well. Most of them overheat, most of them don't have oil pressure anymore. So, nothing to complain about there. But I'm gonna end the video at that. It's been 12 minutes, and it's probably been about 10 minutes too long. So, I'll let you guys go. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay subscribed for more.